So imagine this. You're a weather forecaster. This big storm appears almost just out of the middle of nowhere. You only have a couple days to figure out what it's going to do, and you're scrambling to try to figure everything out, but you end up forecasting it so that you're within 30 miles of where this thing hits. You know, you'd think people would be really, really excited about that, right? Like, that's almost like a miracle of technology, except if New York City is within that 30 miles. In reality, they actually did a really good job. In areas within 30 miles of New York City, you got like massive dumps of snow, but the storm just ended up ever so slightly east of where they thought it was going to be, and so what you're left with is these millions of people. Like, what? That's only 8 inches of snow. Where's my 48 to 92 inches? Anyway, but then there's this other angle to the whole thing. It's not just that the Weather Service didn't forecast New York City properly, it's that the Weather Channel somehow totally nailed the forecast like several hours before the storm. And the way they did it is kind of bizarre. You know that weather model called the GFS that I'm always making fun of, you know, because it's never right? The Weather Channel, for whatever inexplicable reason, decided they were going with that weather model instead of the European one or any of the other ones that would do so much better, and somehow, for whatever reason, the GFS, which has been doo-doo all winter, is right. The European model that predicted the big storm in New York is wrong. New York gets missed. No one's paying attention to Boston getting buried under massive amounts of snow, and everyone complains that the forecast is bad. Well, I'm glad I don't work for the Weather Service right now. But, you know, the Weather Service in Vermont did a great job with it and didn't have any of that. And you know what? 30 miles either way in Vermont, no one would even notice, because we have mountains and we have big snowstorms, and we know they're not always 100% accurate where they end up. But we did end up, I have no idea how much snow we got. I'll tell you, there's like a 1.5 foot deep drift behind our garage, and then you walk over into the driveway where it's icy and there's 0 inches of snow. Looks like Friday and Monday we'll have other shots of snow. Monday probably bigger than Friday, but that's pretty far away, you know, considering how much flack people got for forecasting something that was closer than that. I think I'll just give you an update later. Anyway, hope everyone's shoveling out, and for those who don't have to shovel out, I guess just be glad you don't have to shovel out. And have a great evening.